this computer. Got my baby girl walking in the room. What up, y'all? This is Nick over here trading with some of our guys. We got Cody, Brett, and Chris on the house right now. I got my daughter in here. What's up, baby? And it is what, Thursday morning, January 25th, right before market opens at 7:20. Again, this is just for trading, y'all. This is not financial advice. Go seek a financial planner if y'all need advice. Holla. Okay, so you can see the 30 trade that we're in. It is still smashing down. Yesterday we took that super sniper entry right there within like 1 pip of perfect, and I posted that video. So if y'all want to see how we took that entry, please go back and check that video out, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I haven't I did take TP off here and I have like a runner now. I did have my take profit set right here for 37727 right there in that area. But since it's just giving me a nice push, um I might take the profit. Like I might close out one more partial and then let like the micro, like the very, very end of it run to see if we can't come all the way down to here, right? Say hi. There we go. There we go. Family man. All right, go see your mama. Where's your mama? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Anyways, family first, right? So I haven't closed it because look here, we're on the 1 hour and we're just now starting to get into the oversold. So I truly think it's going to buy up from here. And that's why I have this block here. We've got our 61.8 and we also have our TP extension right there. So I truly think that's the buy. I'm just going to be more patient and see if I could get like a divergent on the smaller time frames and get this a little more oversold on the hourly RSI, and then I'll pull the trigger on that and close out that runner. The reason why I think that's a buy is when we went top to bottom, we had the 61.8, which is our magical fib number. If you go from this first fib, all right, that hit TP. The second fib is where I already had it, right? And we're right there at the 27 extension. Now, these fibs on the 27 extension and whatnot, it not always hits it perfectly, like to the pip, but it'd be real close. So there's two confirmations, right? We have the extension on the big fib. We have the 61.8 on the bull push up. We have this little wick that sits here. And then this is what I call a kissing candle. So if you've traded with me in the past, I look for these little candles that have this little breakout. Let me put it in the middle here. So this price was, I don't want to say, I don't want to use the word consolidating, but this was like a move right here, right? And right there is where it broke out. And this left us this kissing candle. And I think there's sellers who are right here playing this double top. You saw this nice push down. You saw it come up. People are pulling their fibs out and playing this double top. Well, guess what? The market smashed right through that and they're trapped. So some people call this a trap candle. I call it a kissing candle because those two candles are all alone. They're in their little perfect little pasture and they're touching each other nice and easy. Little kissing candle. So if you actually zoom in on this, okay, we'll zoom in on that little 5-minute candle right there. We'll come over here. If you look, there are sell candles in there in that area. So I'm thinking there's people who are trapped right there. If this market comes down and wicks this area, it will relieve them of their drawdown and allow them to get out of their trades. If they're in sells, that means they have the buy order, which is their break-even setting right there. Okay. And then perhaps you also had breakout traders who have their buys and now they're at break even there too. So there should be some sort of action going on there. So that's what we're looking for real quick on Dirty 30. We're looking to see for a reaction right here, and we'll come down to smaller time frames and look for divergence in the oversold on the R side. With the nasty Nasdaq, there's really only one play. We're looking for a pump down to either come into the same little kissing carry handles on this breakout. Like I've already drawn it up. You can see like that wick, and then you have these two candles right there in this little area. So we'll see if we get a reaction off this area, but I'd much rather have it in this area. So my real play is down here. If we don't get at least to the 78.6, then I'll probably miss this trade. I'm not interested in taking it in this no man's land. Some people would say that's a fair value gap from this area. If you go on a different time frame, different candles, whatnot, there's a huge gap where we didn't have much of retracement. But again, I'm not trying to play that because I don't want to stop loss that big. So I'll play this 78,886 area down here. That's my only trade for the day on that. And we're not even, look, we're on the 30-minute. We come in the 1 hour. We're not oversold. We're not nothing. So if we get a nice candle, nice push down, then we'll be looking for buys there. And of course, our TP then would be the extension way up here. If we go up to a higher time frame, I had this block. Let me see. So on the higher time frame, this first push up before we had the good retracement to the 61.8. Again, these fibs play out over and over, dude. 61.8 retracement, that needs to hit TP up here, which is a 61.8. So I am really confident that it's going to come up to this area. So this is another reason why I'm looking for a buy and not a pushback to a double top sell all the way down to the ground. I want to see a retracement, and then we can buy up so we can hit this TP, which is this block right there. All right. Um, so yeah, this is really the only play for me. Again, as you know, I put my stop loss at 10% of the overall fib. So there's my stop loss. My TP then would be a new high right there. That's almost a 5-to-1 trade. And it might not look like a lot of pips because we're on the 4-hour chart, but dude, that's a smasher. Let's see. If we get in right here, let's just say we get in a little early at the 786 and we hit that TP, you're looking at 450 pips. There's my trade for the day. On Goldie, we are, I took a scalp yesterday evening right here, and I lost it because I'm an idiot and I'm not supposed to trade yet on the evening times, but it is what it is. We saw this pump up, right? This like on the smaller time frames, there has like some internal break of structure. And so I was playing that little fib, and then of course it wicked me by like 1 pip, probably a half a pip. It hit me out. But on Goldie, um, we always target liquidity, right? So we had this wick down here, and so we knew that the market was going to come down at some point and take that wick out. And this is the consolidation area. Now, technically, this is the entire little block before we had the nice push off it and cut and break. So this is the actual break area right there where it broke. But that's also the bottom of that wick. So I was thinking, okay, these are going to get hit and then we could find an opportunity to buy. So pull out the fib. This is my buy zone, and yeah, it's just not deep enough yet. So let's wait for this to come down to the oversold. Maybe on the news we can get like a push, and we'll be trying to watch Nasdaq and well, we need to watch all three of them, but I'm already in a US 30 short. So if everything works out well today, I don't anticipate on taking all three trades because that's a lot to manage at once, but pick your poison on what you think the best one is, what pair you like the best. It would be the wick down from here to gold. Again, you're having a small stop loss. 2007. So, I mean, that's less. That's like 90 pips. That's a lot, actually. So, but it is what it is. I mean, you're 90 pips for like 400. Same thing with Nasdaq. Okay. You're not risking a whole lot of pips here, but you have a hell of an upside. And Dirty 30, if you ask me, is probably the most risky because it already has so much momentum. But if it gets to this area, it starts showing us some reaction. I mean, there's a trade to be had there. Let's talk about stop loss if we were to take a trade there. That's going to be the tricky part. Let's see. That's the hard part then, right? Because you don't want your stop loss technically way down here where the fib is. So what we'll do then on 30-30.
Yeah, I'm good. Can't complain. Been busy, but we good.
All right. Well, that's one time in. Okay. So on 30-30, what we should really wait for is this an internal break of structure, then a pullback, and then pop. So then what we could do then is come down to the smaller time frames. And on this internal break of structure, we can fib that, and that'll give us a stop loss. Okay. We'll fib this, and then that will be the stop loss right there. So we have a much smaller, more precise entry and a much smaller, more precise stop loss. And if you lose it, we're not risking a whole lot of pips at that point, which is way better than coming out to the hourly and popping a sell, just automatically popping a buy here, because now we have no idea where the stop loss should be. And technically, if you're playing off the fib, it'd be way down here, and we're not going to risk. I don't even know how many pips that is, 1,000 pips, whatever. We're not going to do that. So we will have to be a little more patient on 30-30 to make sure that we have the good rejection on the smaller time frames with the RSI. And we also have the Elliott wave 1. Here's our second leg. That's not really a good retracement, but it is. Okay. And then we're looking for the third leg down to this area before we pop off. So that kind of makes sense as well. And then if we, we could draw the fib from here to there, but it's basically almost the same tops and almost the same bottoms. It's damn near the same. So it's not really giving us any extra data that we don't already have. You see how the TPs are basically lining up. So it's the exact same. So again, that's more confirmation that this zone, this 61.8, this 27 extension zone is probably going to get hit. I think it's definitely going to get hit. I could be wrong, but I think it is. And more of confirmation to buy up with the oversold RSI on the 1 hour. The 2 hour, we're not quite there yet, but it's all good. So that's why we need a little bit more patience on the dirty 30 before we pop a buy, because we are already selling off so much with NASDAQ. It's just a matter of and it's be a wick, just quick, and it's pushing up from here. Look, it's already pushing up. So news just came out. Okay, it's pushing up. What's gold doing? Oh, dude, there's the wick. Fuck, we weren't watching it. There it was. 78.6 wick. Okay. Okay. How do we recover from this? Let's see if we can. Oh my God, dude, that was it. Oh, that was it. We were looking at NASDAQ. Oh, well, you know what? We didn't catch the trade. We didn't catch the entry. The day is not over. We can still get one more retest. So that's what our plan is going to have to be then, is let's wait for the retest. Whew. But you know what? Our thinking was correct though, right? It's like, even though we didn't pull the trigger on gold, we didn't see it. Our thinking was right. It is what it is. And now here goes dirty 30. But dirty 30 is probably just retracing. I'm not completely convinced that dirty 30 is done selling off. This is a consolidation area. And in matter of fact, we might just be able to pull another entry on dirty 30, because if we do this, okay, we've got this area up here. So if it breaks this as liquidity, we could find some sort of resistance in this area for another trade for that third leg push. I don't know if it's going to break this. I think it is, because that's pure liquidity right there. So if it breaks this, we can start to look at the 618 area or get up into this zone and find another sell entry to get really to our TPs. Our TPs on these have not been hit yet. So I'm pretty sure it's going to come down. I'm just going to mute everyone. If you want to speak, please feel free to chime in. Okay. So, dude, we missed that gold entry because we were looking at NASDAQ, but it's all good. So then let's evaluate what's happening. We're getting a push. It's going to clear out, these wicks, and we might actually, let's do this. On NASDAQ, this is what we're going to play. It's going to give us this push on news. We'll play this. We'll see what it looks like when it gets right there. We're getting into the overbought on the 15. We're getting to overbought on the 30. We don't have divergent. We do have it on the 30 though. This top is lower. The price is getting higher. Let's see if we can stall out right around here on the oversold on the RSI. This is obviously divergent, but we don't want it to break this top. So we're not going to have divergent, but we can have the oversold on the RSI. So we just took that out. No big deal. Somebody watch. We need to be watching gold to see if gold gives us a retest. Gold could give us a retest on market open or here in a few minutes. Damn, dude. But you know what? There it is, 78.6. We called it. It was that fast. Let's look at the 1 minute chart. It was that fast. Boom, boom, gone. But at least our thinking was correct. We're seeing the markets correct, which is all good. If we miss the trade, hey, we missed the trade. It is what it is. It's a little bit too late to enter now because you're another 30 or 40 pips drawdown, or until you're, another 30 or 40 pips to your stop loss. So we don't want to do that. Our target is up here though. So really, if we did truly miss it and it's going to the moon, we got to wait for up here to the 2050 area before we sell again. That would have been a perfect sell limit. But hey, again on 30, let's wait for it to clear this liquidity and see if we can find another sell opportunity. What's NAS doing? NAS is pumping up as well. So it's all good. We still have market open. We're almost an hour away from market open. Let it do its deal. And that's the next opportunity. I see that trend line sitting there for all you trend line guys. I'm sure you're salivating at the possibility of this. I don't really like that. I was going to say maybe you can have a retest of this trend line there before it sinks down. And you know what? Now that the trend line is in that position, it's actually at a better angle, and perhaps that's what we're going to get. Let me reset this. So for all the trend line people or new people out here don't really understand trend lines, this might have been a little aggressive, too much of an angle. We can then come down to where it is now. You can adjust these trend lines. If you go on the carbon capital, I'm sure there's a dot playing around here somewhere. But let's just draw it to there. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. Not there. Draw it to here. There's a touch, there's a pop, and there's where it broke structure. So not only did it break trend line in this area, this is the structure right there that it broke. And I'll zoom in a little bit. So this is the structure. For me, this is a break structure right there. That's my break structure. I'm not a trend line guy. But for the trend line players, that's where it broke structure. So we could very easily be getting a retest of this trend line and then sink down, which is also in our sell zone for my fib. And we are getting to the oversold or the overbought on the RSI. So what we need to do now for Nasdaq, at least, let's come down to the smaller time frames and we'll start to play this RSI over bought situation and see if we can snipe us an entry right here. I guess technically you could put a sell limit in, but we don't want the market to open and just absolutely run through us and give us a quick L. So we're oversold. We are divergent as of now. 1, 2. So what we're going to do in this situation, I like to see a 3 touch on the divergent. Okay, here's 1. If this holds lower and this pulls back right now, that'll be the second touch. Okay, this is what we're hopefully looking for. I'll draw it out now. We want this to sink right now. Then we want it to push up. That'll give us our entry. When it sinks here, this will give us a lower RSI. And then when it pushes up that last time, we're hoping that'll give us the RSI right here on the oversold to be a 3 touch, and then we can take this for a sell. So we want to see this sink right now. I don't really like that that's so high. But I'm okay with a double top on the RSI. It needs to come down though. What's Goldie doing? Goldie's gone. Fuck, dude. Oh my God, that was a trade. Did anybody catch that trade in the chat or turn your mic off? Yeah, I know that is trading. But hey, you know what? We saw it though. We saw it. It is what it is. Nasdaq still pumping. 30. Oh my God. Woo. But that's a 3-minute chart, so let's not get too crazy. Again, so when we play this, we have to know where liquidity is. And if this is going to stack up like this, we know that that's liquidity. The market needs to take this out so that it has enough gas to come down and hit the true TP. So, the market is always hunting for liquidity. And so that's exactly what it's doing. It's okay that it's doing this. Let's not freak out. We just need to figure out where is it's going to turn around to come back down. So we have our fib zone at 88. Let's just adjust this because now this is a new low. Okay. This is 618 right here. So I think it's going to blow through this and then get into our sell zone. We want to be super. We could even pull a fib from there to there to that 618, that 618. This 618 fits right in between it. I'm just going to draw a little line. This is what we did the other day to find the sniper entry. I'm going to draw a line right where that 618 is. Just to get a little crazy here. Let's go to the 3-minute. Where does that line match up? That line matches up. Not perfect. It's kind of the bottom of that area. But I kind of want to move this fib also to this, but we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. So that's the only play. That's really the only play. Let's just get into this right here. And we'll mark that as our sell zone and we'll look for our sells there. Sell zone. I'll delete this. I'll leave that red line there, just see if it hits later on. Let's go to the 15 minutes so we can just kind of monitor it. I'm in at 2016 and a half. You got a late entry on it. Bummer. But no entry's better. See, here we go. Here's our retest. Okay, so what we're going to do now then, since gold is going to give us a retest, it looks like it is. We're going to come down to the smaller time frames. Let's delete all this BS. And this is the play we're going to do. We're going to fib this from top to bottom. Okay. Top to bottom. And we're going to buy in this area. Let's get down to the 15 minute so we can see. I want to explain that this broke. This is the liquidity. It broke it and took it out. Now we could see this two ways. We can see this as breaking liquidity, taking it out for a greater sell-off, which is 100% possible. Or we could say this is going to be just a retest of that area and we buy up. I say we buy up. This is the fib from here to here. It did not hit the 61.8, but it did hit the 50. It's amazing how it respects these levels. So the reason why I say buying up is because we have this. We could buy up. Price loves a 78.6. Look at where our stop loss is. Okay. So we're talking about from 2012 to 08, 40 pips. Okay. That's going to be our entry. Again, our TP is way up here at 2050. So if we get in at 2012, we go to 2050, you're good for almost 400 pips. So that's our play. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a buy limit in because I'm cool with that. Let me minimize all this stuff I've got going on here. Let's go to Goldie. We're only going to risk 40 pips, so we're not like breaking the bank. And buy limit, that's probably a little too aggressive. Let's come down a little bit to right here. Buy limit. And what did I say the price was? 2012? 2012. We'll call it 2013. We'll give ourselves one extra pip. Well, it's at 2013. We'll make our TP 2050 for now. Price is at 2018, yeah. Oh, right here. 2012. Stop loss is 2008. All right. My buy limit is in on gold. See if it'll give us a retest, and then we're gone. Let's look at nasty NASDAQ. We might as well start loading up some limits on that as well, because that's a little more clear. Good. I want to see NASDAQ. I want to see US 30 reject that. So NASDAQ, I like the 88.6. So if we're going to fire this bullet, we need to fire it maybe just one hair below the 88.6. We can put our stop loss right there. We're also the 88.6 is the top of that candle. So that's like, okay, cool. Let's come up here. Let's hit that candle and split out of there. And then if you also look at this last buy, this buy right here, these candles, we could split that in half, 50-50, and that 50-50 half, it just happens to be at the 88.6. So it's giving me more confirmation. I'm putting in a sell limit on NAS. Let me find my, okay, here's NAS. Let me zoom in. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just, training. Draw my fib top to bottom. Is that the lot size that I want? Again, proper risk, people. Know your lot sizes. That's good enough for now. And I can pop another one if I need. I'm going to go just a hair short of the 886 in case it wants to screw us. And 17713 is my stop loss. So 177. What did I say? 13. Good enough. Modify that. And now that I've got it, I can dial my stop loss in. I'm gonna leave the TP up for now. We'll adjust the TP when it gets, if we get into the trade. So NAS is a 61.8. Let's see if it's gonna hold there. It is what it is. What's Goldie doing? Goldie's not gonna give us a retest, doesn't look like. And then I'm cool with it just rejecting this entry. We don't have a second entry. It's whatever. We're already in NASDAQ. I mean, we're already in 30, so it's cool. Okay, so that's live trading. That's what we're gonna do. You see it here, the way I go about doing things. We react, we adjust the situation, we continuously monitor. We do have this low. Hopefully this low is going to get smashed. So it's going to go out here and hit these two wicks, find some resistance in this area, then get oversold, and then come down and smash this low, get into this breakout area here, and hopefully this area here before it takes back off. sets a new high because we still have a target above that we think it's going to hit. So that's the play there. 30-30, let it do its thing. We're already in sells. If you're not already in sells, see if it'll break this as liquidity and come up in this area, then try to catch that next push down. We still need a third leg. Okay, so this would be one leg. This would be the second leg because it set a new lower low. It's retracing. Let's see if we can get a good third leg into our buy area again, which is right here. Where this TP is, where this 61.8 is in the bigger fib. That's where we really want to buy from. So let's wait for it to get there, and we'll see if the gold gods want to give us anything. Man, that was such a wick, dude. If we had caught that, oh my, we'd have been talking some shit. Anyways, are you guys have any questions? Let me open the chat. I know I was going hard in the paint there for a second because I was just fucking rambling. Good job, Chris, being in. Hopefully this thing just pops and goes for you, bro. We were dicking around on NASDAQ and missed it, man. You guys have any chat? Please feel free to unmute yourself. We're gonna put this on YouTube, so I mean it is what it is. If you want to talk, please do say something. Also want to say what's up to Zara, Juan, my boy Juan's in the house. Brett's here, Chris here, Randy's here. Who else we got here? Let me make this bigger. We got some people in here. Da, 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 da. I need to move this over here. Okay. So we got Randy, we got Colt, we got Chris, we got Juan, we got Brett, myself, and Zara. Hey, thanks everybody for joining in. I really appreciate that. If y'all catch any of these trades, please post it in the Discord. Please go to the YouTube, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help your boy out. We're taking these live trades. If there's anything with the way I'm doing something and you guys don't understand it or you want more clarification, just you can put it here in the chat. But if you're on YouTube, dude, put it in the chat or put it in the comments. I'll make a video and I'll explain how I do it because I mean that's what I like to do, right? I like doing this. I'm a mathematics type of person. And so the Fibonacci's are just the way I like going about stuff. I use the trend lines as a confluence, and I use the RSI. So for me, it's fibs, it's RSI, and it's really understanding candles, understanding what the market is thinking. It's the most important thing I want you guys to think. What is the market thinking? Where are people entering and exiting? How is the market going to target them to screw them out of their trades? Wait for that to happen, and then we catch it in the opposite direction because that's what the market's going to do. And I think I kind of explained that a little bit with the kissing candles. I was like, look how this is double top. Look how people are probably here selling that, and now they're trapped. We got to come back, and we got to come back. The market's going to hit that, because that's also it's not just people like me and you. That's banks and that's hedge fund people and that's other money putting money. That's big money putting the money into the market to make it move. Because me and you, all the people on YouTube, all combined together are not making these candles. We don't have enough power for that. That's big boys. Okay. So if you see a sell off or if you're on a 15-minute and you see a sell candle, you know that there's some orders there and they're not just going to take an L. They're going to hold that drawdown and they'll put more money in to move the market where they want to do it because then, this is what they do. So we're just joining in the party. Okay. We're not trying to, um, go against the party. No, we want to be in the party. Okay. So let's get in the party. Agree. First question I ask is where's the money? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Rainey's talking about where's the money. And in this situation, the money is right here. If you're going to have three on gold, three strong pushes down, there is a hell of a lot of sell orders sitting right here. And guess what? They're all at break even right now. They're all at break even because they're in deep profit. Okay. So they'll be looking, the market is going to look to take out anybody who has stop losses here. Okay. There's a lot of people I'm sure who's playing a double top and they think they're geniuses and they play the triple top. By the way, we never play triple tops, triple bottoms. We only play doubles. All right. And they're just setting themselves up. So right here, the market did not have enough power to smash that. So, but it left liquidity here and here. So what it's going to do is come and smash this liquidity and then it's going to pop off and smash this. So we just got to get into the rhythm. We got to get into the sine wave of market flow, right? Always going to look for liquidity and balances. Exactly. My boy Randy's on it right now. Always my targets. Exactly. So again, this is our target, but where does the market want to turn around? Well, look at this nice little consolidation area. There's orders here. There's orders all along here. Let's see if we can smash this, find some areas to sell up here because now we're setting up liquidity at the bottom. We've got this 3 leg here. We've got this low that it's setting here, and let's just play the damn thing. All right, let's check on NASDAQ because we have a sell limit in NASDAQ. Not quite there yet. What's Dirty 30 doing? Holding. Dirty 30 looks like it's going to hold. Okay. Again, we're cool with that. We're in the sell already. Let it hold. If you wanted to, I mean, technically there is a sell opportunity here, even though I'm not really calling that out. But if you look here, it's the same kind of thing. You have this consolidation and you have these buy candles. What did it do? It came up and tapped these buy candles to now start popping back off. I personally don't take this type of trade only for one reason. The liquidity hasn't been taken. But there is a strong argument to be had that if this is the breakout, you are now at the entry zone, or you were at the entry zone. There was a trade there. I'm just not taking it because liquidity hasn't been taken out. I don't want all the trades. I just want the best trades, right? I just want the best ones. Easy targets for liquidities usually are an Asian high lows market. Yeah, New York session going to. So I'll just put this on here. This is what you guys are reading is the chat we have in our live Zooms. By the way, look, I'm gonna put this out here too. This is us right here. This is our chat because we're in a Zoom and we have a trading group on Discord. It's Andy Peters' Discord group. I have no financial stake in it whatsoever. I'm just telling you that I've been in there for years now, and the community is good. Andy is good. He had a mastermind class last night trying to get people's fucking swords sharp and their brains right. Also, to give a shout out to my mentors. If you don't have a mentor, get a mentor who's been in the game longer than you. If you're a new person on YouTube, find somebody who knows what they're doing and maybe just knows just a little bit more than you do and hit them up. Okay. My mentors, first, it was Andy Peters is the very first person I ever started trading with years ago. Then after that, I moved on to Chart Addicts. Chart Addicts gave me a lot of good information when it just comes to basic fundamentals, looking at news and understanding how markets go. I've since I think I've since outgrown them as a community, and I don't really have much to learn because they're kind of more of an entry level kind of a thing, in my opinion. But when I was with Chart Addicts, the best thing is I met Stefano, I met Mario, Jordan, Austin. I met some people, and those people have really helped me grow. I can't say enough good things about my boy Stefano, my boy Mario, and Austin Collins. He goes by Dak. Those guys are the best. Those are my mentors, and I can't appreciate them enough. And they know it, I know it, so that's what's up. So now that I have some keys, I'm trying to pass on my keys to you guys. So by all means, if you have questions, please let me know because that's how I learned, and I'm just passing down some of my fruits, right? So NASDAQ. Okay, so that's our sell. We've only got a couple of minutes left in the Zoom call before it goes. I only got 30 minutes, but that's what we're looking here, gents, ladies and gents. If we have any ladies in the chat, we got 3 minutes and 56 seconds left. So I'm gonna split. That's our play. Let's wait for this to get up in here. I have a sell limit set right below the 88.6. We are getting oversold on NASDAQ. Let's look at the 1 hour. I want it to be oversold on the 1 hour, and there it is. It's being oversold on the 1 hour. So it's another confirmation for us to take this sell. Dirty 30, what can I say? We've already said it enough. If it breaks these highs, look for a reentry up here. And Goldie, we have a buy limit sell. Maybe we'll get a wick down to retest this during market open. Market open is in 36 minutes. All right. And then you can see it's dicking around right here. So let's just see if we can get a little wick and then back off. If we don't and we lose, dude, we're not over leveraged. It's not that many pips. We have an 8.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio on that trade. So let's see if we can get it, boys. Hey, thank y'all very much. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please like, please share in my YouTube page. I'm trying to get some people. I'm trying to build a community there too. Not competing with anybody else's community. That's just my own little thing. YouTube is free. I'm not charging no money. I'm not asking for courses. I'm not selling any material. I'm just putting this out there. So big up to all my people. All right. Cheers. Y'all have a good day. We're out. Let's catch some trades. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Chris, Juan, Brett, all y'all guys. Thank you. What's up? All right, let me close this out. I got so many screens. Stop share. Deuce later.